Let's talk about the biggest, most critical mistake we all make when we're trying to solve something. Seriously, it's not about finding the wrong solution, it's about starting with the wrong problem in the first place. And today, we're gonna fix that. You know that feeling, right? We have all been there. You put in all the hours, all this energy. You're working so hard, only to look up and realize you've been climbing the completely wrong ladder the entire time. It is so frustrating, but what if I told you there's a way to pretty much avoid it altogether? See, here's the secret. Before we can even begin to think about an answer, we have to get laser focused on the question. The quality of your solution is, and I mean this, directly tied to how well you define the problem. That's the big idea we're digging into right now. Now, this isn't about just taking a wild guess. This is a skill. It's really an art form, learning how to look past all the surface level symptoms to find out what's really going on underneath. So what is problem identification, really? Well, think of it like this. It's the bridge that takes you from that vague, nagging feeling that, hey, something's not right here, to a super clear, concrete challenge that you and your team can actually get your hands on and solve. You're turning a messy cloud of confusion into a clear target. And this is our roadmap for that journey. We're gonna walk through these 4 key steps, one by one, and together they'll take us from that fuzzy, confusing issue all the way to a sharp, focused goal. All right, let's get practical. We're gonna open up the toolkit now and look at 2 incredibly powerful techniques to get this job done. Something called stakeholder analysis, and then crafting a killer problem statement. Okay, first things first. You have to realize that no problem just exists in a vacuum. There are always people involved, people who are affected by it. And stakeholder analysis is simply the process of figuring out exactly who those people are and, crucially, seeing the problem from their perspective. So who are these stakeholders? Well, let's say you're launching a new app. The stakeholders aren't just your developers, right? No way. They're your customers who are going to use it, the support team who has to answer questions about it, the marketing team trying to sell it, and even the investors who funded the whole thing. Every single one of them holds a different, vital piece of the puzzle. So, once you've gathered all those different viewpoints, what do? You boil it all down. You distill everything into one single powerful sentence. This is your problem statement, and it acts like a lens, bringing the entire challenge into sharp focus for everyone. It guides every single decision from here on out. I absolutely love this quote because it is so true. It just perfectly captures the power of what we're talking about. When you can state the challenge clearly, you've already done a huge chunk of the work. You've gotten rid of dead ends, you've pointed your team in the right direction. You're not just defining the problem, you're actually starting to see the shape of the solution. And that leads us to the final, crucial step. It's not just what your problem statement says, but how it says it. Let's talk about the incredible power of framing your problem accurately. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side you have, our website has low traffic. Okay, that's a complaint, a symptom. But look how it's transformed on the other side. How can we increase organic search traffic to our key product pages by 20% in the next quarter? Now that is an actionable mission. It's specific, it's measurable, and it gives your team a clear target to aim for. That is the power of framing. So let's bring this all home. The main takeaway here is that when you follow these steps, when you analyze your stakeholders, you craft that perfect statement and you frame it accurately, you are fundamentally changing the game. You literally move from a blurry, confusing fog into a sharply defined challenge that you can actually take on and win. You trade all that confusion for pure focus. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. What's one blurry problem in your work or even just in your life right now that could really use a clearer frame? If you just take a moment to define it properly using these techniques we just talked about, it might just unlock the breakthrough you've been looking for. Thanks for joining me.